About time too. Professor Clock was working late one night in his laboratory. Suddenly the door flew open and in stormed his angry wife, Flora.
"Oh no," she
cried.
"What are you doing here at this hour? Again?"
"I'm so sorry, darling," he said, turning away from his large chalk diagrams he had drawn on his blackboard. "I didn't realise what time it was."
"And for a man who specialises in time theory, that isn't very good, is it? And this isn't the first time this has happened either," she sighed.
"You never understand," he grumbled. "I'm working on a very important time experiment that could change the entire world as we know it."
"Oh, you always say that," she said. "What about the time you invented those ridiculously large watches that simultaneously told the time in over 300 countries?
OK, so that wasn't one of my better inventions, I'll admit. I just had too much time on my hands.
Thanks to you, everyone had too much time on their hands. And then you went on to invent an 80-foot tall, totally wooden clock with a wooden bell that nobody could hear," she scorned. "And what about that aeroplane you invented that flew backwards because you said you could be in another country before you left the first one?" she said mockingly.
OK, I admit I hadn't thought those inventions through properly.
"You really are just a mad professor with all your ridiculous crazy time inventions," she moaned. "None of them ever work. It's just a complete waste of time."
She slowly looked around the laboratory and noticed at the back of the room, on the wall, a lever. A lever that she had never noticed before. She ran excitedly towards it. Above it read a sign. "Whatever you do, do not, under any circumstances, pull this lever, or else."
"Oh, wow!" she gasped. "What does this lever do?"
"No!" screamed Professor Clock, rushing frantically from behind his desk towards her. "Don't touch that! It reverses time by 2 minutes!"
"Oh, yeah, sure it does,"
she laughed, pulling the lever. Professor Clock was working late one night in his laboratory. Suddenly the door flew open and in stormed his angry wife, Flora.
"Oh no," she cried. "What are you doing here at this hour? Again?"